I am Kesten Rono, and you are very welcome here for day 7 of our exploration in A Course in Miracles. Yesterday, we were settling into the idea that miracles are natural and that when they do not occur, something has gone wrong. We've learned to relinquish some of our conscious control, allow God's voice to come in, and seen some kind of formation of miracles from love through the process of whatever a miracle is, resulting in life. Miracles, whatever they are, do not matter, and their source matters. And so today we're going to allow ourselves again to settle into some idea of love being greater than anything we've ever expressed or expected, releasing that expectation and the timing of whatever it is that we think we need fixed to be fixed. So, diving right in today. Principle 7. Miracles are everyone's right, but purification is necessary first. Miracles are everyone's right. What it means by purification, we'll have to discover together, but it seems at least part of this process is releasing our assigned meaning and understanding of, again, items, ideas, and what makes us upset, and allowing us to see these things as equal, maximally expressed, or equal disturbances to our peace. But there's something about looking at everything and anything that can come into our purview with some kind of clean state. So, allow us to be purified. A purge is not something that we need to be scared of. A cleanse is a common, term, and something that we hold important, taking away some idea of us that is no longer serving us and making space for something new. So let us not be threatened by the idea of needing to be purified first, and you're in total control as you relinquish control by choosing to do these practices day by day and just see how you feel. So today, please accept that miracles are everyone's right, which means that they're your right, your neighbor's right, and whomever you think is your enemy's right. Miracles are everyone's right. May we accept our purification. Yesterday, we were dealing with upset again. And beyond just admitting that we are not upset for the reasons we think, we were becoming more specific in saying that we are upset because we see something that is not there. This is suggesting that we may tend to focus on ideas in our life that do not need to hold the weight that we assign to them. We are finding ourselves in some kind of mood about the past or the future because we see something that is not there. Lesson 7. I see only the past. Lesson 7 says, you see only the past. This idea is particularly difficult to believe at first, yet it is the rationale for all of the preceding ones. It is the reason why nothing that you see means anything. Let's say that more specifically. That you see only the past is the reason why nothing that you see means anything. That you see only the past is the reason why you have given everything you see all the meaning that it has for you. That you see only the past is the reason why you do not understand anything you see. That you see only the past is the reason why your thoughts do not mean anything and why they are like the things you see. That your thoughts do not mean anything and they are like the things you see. The things you see already being given all the meaning that you have for them, and the things you see meaning nothing. That you only see the past is the reason why you are upset, because you see something that is not there. Similarly, that you see only the past is the reason why you are never upset for the reason that you think. Old ideas about time are very difficult to change, because everything you believe is rooted in time and depends on your not learning these new ideas about it. Let's repeat that. Old ideas about time are very difficult to change, suggesting that we are harboring old ideas about time. Let's take it easy on ourselves with accepting ideas about time, as this first sentence says, this idea is particularly difficult to believe at first. So, relaxing just into the lesson here. Old ideas about time are very difficult to change, because everything you believe is rooted in time. Everything we believe is rooted in time. Time is something I like contemplating out, and language about time is particularly interesting. Having time, making time. Everything we believe is rooted in time and depends on your not learning these new ideas about it. So we have an old way of thinking, and we're being introduced to a new way of thinking about time. Yet that is precisely why you need new ideas about time. This first time idea is not really so strange as it may sound at first. Look at a cup, for example. Do you see a cup, or are you merely reviewing your past experiences of picking up a cup, being thirsty, drinking from a cup, feeling the rim of a cup against your lips, having breakfast, and so on? Are not your aesthetic reactions to the cup too based on past experiences? How else would you know whether or not this kind of cup will break if you drop it? What do you know about this cup except what you have learned in the past? You would have no idea what this cup is except for your past learning. Do you then really see it? I think this part is not very hard to imagine, that how we associate with objects in the present is at least in part related to how we've come to experience them in the past, and that idea being different for everyone. Another reminder to be patient as we listen, curious as we listen. Look about you. This is equally true of whatever you look at. Acknowledge this by applying the idea for today indiscriminately to whatever catches your eye. For example, I see only the past in this pencil. I see only the past in this shoe, in this hand, in that body, in that face. Looking at my own face now, or when you look in the mirror, I would have to admit that I see only the past in myself. Do not linger over any one thing in particular, but remember to omit nothing specifically. Glance briefly at each subject and then move on to the next. 3 or 4 practice periods, each to last a minute or so, will be enough. Do you have 3 minutes today to reflect on the idea of time and your perception of objects that you see around you? It's interesting, this lesson is not even really asking us to consider that much about time, just simply that our perception of something as mundane as a cup is related to our experience with that cup. I don't know if you're like me, but I like picking my cup based off of my mood, or how much coffee I'm putting in the cup, or if I'm steaming milk with it. And I like these things because I have associations with these cups. One might be a gift from family and have my pets all over it. Another one from travel. Another one perfect for a small espresso. Obviously, this lesson is not about cups, but it's not a far stretch to realize that we have attachments to the items that are in our life, and we have very valid, we would imagine, associations to them about how they're used, what their best use might be for, and we could be charged to that item. Perhaps you're not charged about a cup. But maybe there's something extremely sentimental to you in your home. Maybe you'll even gaze across it, and maybe you'll say, I see only the past in this item. Something nice about today's exercise is we don't have to reflect. You don't have to call up emotionally charged items. We're back to the principles of the first few days where we're simply going to look around 3 or 4 times and allow ourselves the possibility that what we are seeing or how we are seeing it, that we see something, is our association to the past. And if you're here, you're curious about gently changing your perspective to see things differently. And we remember that miracles are natural. This is something that should be flowing through us, around us. And that you're right, and that a purification process is suggested, or in this case, required. And part of that process is simply relaxing the way that we have chosen to or been instructed to view the world and all energy around us. And it's inviting us to consider that there is a reality where our subconscious connection to love and its manifestations, our intuitive voice that God may control, is trying to guide us towards a natural process where we find whatever we associate with miracles. For me, I like to believe in abundance, truth, and love. And this is something that I would like every single person to feel. And I would like this idea to grow as we move through time. But I'm willing to question that idea too. So please, 3 or 4 times today, walk around, look around, sit still, and allow yourself to find any item that comes into purview without trying to list every single item that you could possibly see. But whatever creeps into your mind, simply say, I see only the past in this item. I'll try it on now. And you can repeat after me if you'd like, in your mind's eye, imagining these things are there. There are plants behind me on your screen. I see only the past in these plants. Feel free to repeat after me. There's a book in my hand. I see only the past in this book. My wonderful dog. Maybe you have a pet. Please repeat after me. I see only the past in this dog. I see only the past in this picture. I see only the past in this to-do list. I see only the past in this meal. And again, if you find yourself in a mirror, I see only the past in this face. I am Kesten Rono, and I am extremely grateful that you are here observing me into existence and this process. Today, I'm not only learning to love, but loving to learn. And thank you for trying this on with me. I'll see you tomorrow for day 8 of A Course in Miracles.